Kim Braden. My son is Cole Braden. He's 21 years old, and he has 15q24 microdeletion syndrome, which caused him to have autism. When he was first born, we all, including the doctor, thought he was going to die. So that was tough enough to deal with. I remember my husband saying, you know, his prayer was, God, we can handle anything, just let him live. And God granted that prayer. What was concerning the most was how far was he going to be able to go? What was he going to be able to learn? How was he going to be able to adapt to life? And I've got the most wonderful husband in the world who's also an amazing father, and he has taught Cole to do, well, for example, he's taught Cole how to drive a jet ski, and he's taught him how to drive a skid loader. Those are things you wouldn't maybe necessarily teach your normal kids, but my husband has just always seemed to know how far to push and when to pull back, and I've followed his lead, and we have just tried to give Cole a quality of life and expose him to things and encourage him to do things that maybe he doesn't even realize he can do. When we see how other people treat him, it kind of gives us insight into how they are, and both of my other sons have said that when it comes to picking a girlfriend, they always want to see how the potential girl interacts with Cole, because if she does not receive him well, then they are done with her. So that's really kind of neat in itself. View this as you've been given a very special gift, and I know that sounds cliche, and I can't tell you how many times people have said, well, you and your husband must be special parents because God only gives special kids to special parents, and I know they mean well when they say that. You don't always feel like you're a special parent, and it's not always easy, but to make the most of every opportunity that you have with that child, and love them and cherish them and just help them to be the best that they can be, because they are really in your life to enrich your life and to make you become a better person. This is a big challenge on any marriage, but I know that my husband and I, we both are Christians, and our faith has been the #1 thing to help us get through this. Because there's a lot of times where you ask why. Why did this happen to him? You know, how are we going to deal with this? But when you have a faith, then you're able to accept things. You're able to have a peace that helps you get through it. And then if you're both grounded in your faith, like my husband and I are, then that transitions and manifests itself in the marriage as well. And my husband and I have just grown closer through all of this. The other thing is, the key word is support, and to find groups that you can connect with. And this whole Developmental Connections has been amazing. I mean, we've been with them for several years, and the people here that we've met, either that are part of the administration or the other families, have just been precious to work with. There's a real understanding, a real reaching out, and I don't feel like we're alone. If I need any information, if I need support, if I need an understanding ear, I know that they're all here for that. So it's huge. It really is. There's going to be days where it's really tough, and really hard. But you got to push through those days, because the last thing you want to do is let this whole situation make you bitter. What you want it to do is make it better. You want to be the best mom that you can be, and you need to cry. You need to allow yourself to hurt, to mourn, but also to embrace it, because the highs are really high. Yes, the lows are really low, but it's so worth it for the journey along the way.